What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now I know it's been a while since I uploaded here on YouTube. Now I do set a goal this year for 2026. Do a lot of about a minute or 2 minute videos on my Instagram and on my TikTok. Now I do want to extend those videos and kind of show you guys step by step of all the stuff that I do to my car, and I do want to incorporate more outside of just my garage and outside of just working on my car. Like when I go to my shows, when I go to any car meets, I want to start vlogging those kind of lifestyle more often. Now for today's video, I do have a product here that a company that's been going to SEMA for years sent me. I wasn't gonna do this upgrade until I actually find a very good reliable source. If you own a 2021 to 2023 Camry, you know that your radio or your head unit, the inside of your dashboard is kind of pretty small. It's only two options, which is a 7 inches head unit and a 9 inches if you have the XSE or the XLE. I'm truly excited to show you guys this because this will truly change the way how your car looks on the inside. Now real quick, this is my first time doing this. This is not a biased review where I'm gonna praise that this is gonna be the best company ever, because I do want to make videos and review products like this where I know it's kind of worth your money of paying, because this cost a penny. It's because they gave it to me for free. I don't think that's how I want to make my videos to be. I want to make videos that are actually worth it of you guys paying for it. So it is my first time installing this, my first time unboxing this. And with that being said, this is the SATA's 11.6, so almost 12 inches the size of the head unit compared to my OEM one, which is 7 inches. We are going to be changing that today. It's going to be a bigger screen than what I have now. Just a couple things to remember about this product. If you have a 2021 to 2023, basically a Camry that has this pop-up kind of infotainment system compared to the 2018 to the 2020, this will perfectly work for your car. It doesn't matter what trim, if it's the SE and LE or a TRD, this will fully replace it. And everything is plug and play. You don't need to splice anything. That's how convenient they made this product. I'm gonna link everything down in the description below where you can get it. You can get this on Amazon, and I'm gonna send you guys the code down as well so you can save 8% off your entire purchase. With that being said, let's go open this up and show you guys everything that's in here. Also, one more thing before I open this up, let me show you guys some of the features that this comes with. Also, the very first thing that kind of grabbed my attention, it has a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So once you connect it the first time, as soon as you get into your car, the next time it'll just be automatically connected. And as I mentioned, it does keep your steering wheel controls, your track up and down button, your rear view camera. It's completely plug and play. It has a 4G LTE plus a 5G Wi-Fi stable connection. And for wireless Apple CarPlay, I know there's a lot of, you know what, let me show you guys real quick. This is what I used before. I stopped using this, but this is something that you connect to your USB and you can connect your Bluetooth here. And it gives you options for like wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. You can use YouTube, Netflix, but the delay on this thing, oh my God, it's probably like a 5 seconds delay before you start using it. And it's just completely annoying. However, replacing the whole thing will make everything smooth and working better. All right, now inside the box, this is my first time opening this up. It is very important if it's your first time doing this to kind of just go through the user manual. And this is your warranty card. And this is gonna be your bread and butter when installing this. You can see where everything connects from the mounting brackets, from the back of your OEM head unit, where all the plugs are gonna be at, and it explains to you every single thing. Every number here has connections for everything. They even included a pry tool and a zip tie. Might not need this, but it's good to have just in case. We also have our new mounting brackets. These are not plastic, these are metal. We have more accessories and a power cable. This side is more accessories and power cable. Now this is something I'm very, very excited about. Alright, let's be careful with this. Yeet. Yeet. The moment of truth. Look at that. It's crazy. Look at the size of my phone compared to this. Wow. And you can see in the back, everything is just gonna be completely plug and play. I'll put this on the side for now, and I'm gonna take you guys inside with me how to install this step by step, from removing all the trim pieces that's around it, from plugging the stuff in the back. Let's go. Hold up, before we install this, let's see the difference. That's what it looks like before, and this is what it looks like after. That thing's huge. So the tint in my car is pretty dark, so I bought this light just for this video. This is the under hood light, but we're gonna be able to work with this, putting it on the top of it so you guys can see better. Now that we're inside of the car, first thing you want to do is remove all the trim all the trim pieces. First thing is this S-trim in the middle. You have to go in order because some of the pieces are on top of each other, and if you force one thing out, you might risk of breaking whatever's underneath. So we'll start with this S-trim. Sometimes you can just pull this out. Let me start up here. There we go. I'm gonna remove one. Now this is probably gonna mess with my ambient lighting kit. We'll put this on the side. It's gonna look messy for a while until we'll put the new one in. So we got the S-trim out. Next thing we're gonna remove is this side. This is the one that goes to your AC vent. I mean, this one right here. There we go. And then this side, which is your AC vent to your passenger side. Sorry guys, if I'm on your way. Also, when you're removing this, you kind of want to walk yourself through. Don't just pull it from the distance, because you can risk of breaking something in the middle. So you want to go through here. There we go. Alright, this piece is out. Man, look at that carbon fiber. This is real carbon fiber, guys. And then from there, I believe this one as well comes off. Let's see. Also, highly recommend, if you do decide to go back to OEM, just kind of take a picture of the plugs where they go to. Like what I'm doing now. There we go. This one comes off too. Yep, this one. This is the cover. This whole piece should just come off next. There we go. Now, of course, this is your airbag sensor. Let's take a picture of that. Every time I work with electrical stuff, I like to disconnect the battery. There we go. This piece is out. Now, this thing has 4 bolts. One right here. One on that side. There's one underneath right there, and there's one more right there. I usually use electric tools to make the job easier, but small stuff like this, I just use hand tools because I don't want to strip anything. I've learned my lesson before. That happened to me before. It's actually kind of scary. I need to remove this thing, cause you know what? I'm just gonna cut that. This is the zip tie. Not sure if I'm gonna need it for an old one, but I'll take that off. And this thing should just come off too. And you're gonna see wires in the back. Also take a picture of that before you unplug it, just in case you want to go back to OEM one. You know where the plug goes. Perfect. Complete taking everything apart. And then we're gonna go to our new one. There we go. We have the old one out. Now let's go over to our new one. And this is what it looks like before and after. Look at that. Want to grab this little orange clips and transfer it to this one. This is what's gonna give that nice snug fitment all around the back, just like that. So I'm going through the installation process. One thing though that I wish that they do include is this little orange pieces, because if you do break this, you're probably gonna end up going to Toyota and buying a new one, having just a couple of this extra so you don't break a finger or a nail trying to remove this from your OEM one. Next up we're gonna do is attach the brackets. They also provided you with the screws, so you don't need to remove the old screws from the old bracket. There's a R for right, and this is most likely the left side. Voila. We are in this process where we need to plug in all the wires. Good thing about this is you cannot misplace where the cables are gonna go. Now for example, this is our microphone cable. Let's say this is a 6-prong and there's a 6-prong right here as well. Even though if you try to put it in this side, it's not gonna work because the pins are not gonna be lining up, right? You have to match where it lines up. There we go. And then we're just gonna repeat the steps on the rest of them. We also have this one. We'll go right here. This main harness, you can't miss this one. Boom. This little wire is gonna go right here. Boom. I think you also have this gonna go right here. There we go. Oh wait, look at that. They have a picture that came with it. Tells you where everything goes. They're all color coordinated. Like I mentioned, you cannot miss where the plugs are supposed to be. This is our Wi-Fi. There's gonna be a red cover that's gonna be right here. You just unplug that and we're gonna connect this. Yon. Also, don't get overwhelmed with all the plugs that's in the back. You are gonna have multiple plugs and different colors like this. Now, some of them, the purpose is if you want to add like a front camera to your car or a backup camera to your car, or even connect subwoofer for your car. This is the plugs you want to connect them to. They're all coordinated, and it even tells you which one is the ground. For example, this one, if you want to add something, this is the ground. You want to add, this is the brake, this is the front camera. All of them is color coordinated, but for this purpose, we do need to connect these two cables, which is the cam VIN and then the cam in. There are two yellow wires, so I think you can't mess that up. That's one. Another wire will be the aux L in. This wire right here is a white, and then you're gonna grab the other white wire that also says aux L in. So you cannot mess it up. They both have two names, and you're just gonna connect them like that. And then the red wire as well. Aux R in, aux R in for both sides. We're gonna connect that together. Grab this plug and we're gonna connect it right here. Boop, just like that. Now that we're done connecting all the power cables to our head unit, I went ahead and unplug, yes, you heard me, unplug the purple one and this wire, because we're gonna be routing this through the glove box, and it's just easier to route this before you plug it in. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. But before we do that, you're gonna have your microphone, your GPS, and your 4G. All of this is gonna be plugged in last, because we do need to route this on specific locations. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you where I'm routing everything at. All right, one last thing before we put this in the car. I was able to find more of this orange tabs that you connect to the new head unit. This is also a trim piece that's gonna go in the front of this. Later on, you'll see where this goes. But this is the cover that goes to my OEM head unit. That goes right here. I went ahead and removed that, so I can use the orange or red clips that's in the back and put it in the new one. Just don't forget, remember, if you do decide to swap back out to the OEM, Just don't forget to swap those things back so that way you get those snug fit. That we got everything connected, let me show you guys where I'm gonna route the wire. Let me turn on the light real quick because it's pretty dark in here. All right, there we go. Now you can see under your glove box, it's still pretty dark, but where your air box is, go ahead and remove the cover, and then from there you should be able to feel a gap on the inside right there. You can see the light, and it's gonna come out. Where's my finger? Back there. Where you're gonna slide in these 2 wires. Now this is a SIM card. This is optional if you want extra data, but this one already has Wi-Fi capabilities. Well, not there, still there. It has already Wi-Fi capabilities. If you just need extra data, then you'll most likely have to put a SIM card here and then pay yourself a monthly if you need it. It's not necessary, but I'm just gonna plug it in and hide it inside the glove box just in case. All right, this is where the fun part begins. Now this is the reason why I removed it from the back of the head unit, because it's harder to go from here to here than it is from here out there. So we're gonna route this right here, and then we're gonna come out towards right here besides the AC. Perfect. So these are the last 3 wires that we're gonna need to route on the side here by the A pillar all the way to the top of our headliner. This is the 4G antenna. Like I said, if you need to run 4G, you need to get the SIM card, but that is optional. We're just putting this always just in case we need it. And this is our microphone. They do have this little adapters already. Focus, there we go. We do have this little adapters already, so you just snap it in, and then it's probably, we're gonna stick it in right here on the top. We have our GPS antenna. I'm gonna show you guys right now where we're gonna route this. I might need a pry tool for that. Here we go. We're gonna slide it in right here, top. We're gonna come out here in the front, and gonna come in here in the middle. This is all gonna be covered by plastic trim, so just make sure you're not putting it right here where the clips will need to pass through. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. We just leave a little bit of slack. Perfect. And then here we can start the rest of the wire on this side. This 4G light connection, this can just be sticked back here. GPS can be routed here to the A pillar. This is the A pillar, by the way. Now we just need to grab our head unit and plug everything back. We're just gonna connect all our OEM factory cables to our new head unit. All right, now a couple minutes later, we have everything connected to your OEM one. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you will not need to worry about not plugging in and not connecting the right connectors because they will not fit. I tested this 2 out. If you can swap them, no, you won't be able to use this one for here and then this one for here. Now also, I thought I ran into an issue. I went ahead and reached out to them because there are a couple of plugs that didn't have connections. Let me grab this 2 and this 2. Now this 4 specific ones, I couldn't find any connectors to connect them. What they told me is this is, since it's an aftermarket head unit, not all of them needs to be plugged. So as long as your OEM controls works, you don't need to worry about anything. But just to be safe, I always want to go ahead and do my research what these plugs are for. I couldn't find anything that connects to those, but this is going to be the video that you're going to be watching if anything will affect any of those plugs if I don't plug them in. This is my first time doing this, and I don't want you guys to kind of panic if you see any excess wires that you cannot plug in. So let's go ahead and put this back. We're going to put the 4 bolts in. Let's go and do that right now. There we go. We have everything back together. Let me connect the battery and start the car just to make sure all our functions work, from our steering wheel to here, AC, hazard lights, all that stuff. All right, if only I can find my keys, but this is the piece that's gonna go in the bottom of the head unit. The moment of truth, fingers crossed, everything works well. Officially the next day, decided to do this review of the screen the next day because it kind of got too dark in my garage and the light that I have inside of my car died. It's just fair if I show you guys on a brighter day so you can get a glance of what the head unit looks like. But with that being said, let's show you guys the final result. Boom! Let me show you guys how the backup camera works. When you turn the steering wheel, it also turns you the directional where you're turning. You are basically having a huge iPad inside your car. You have your Facebook, your Netflix, your Spotify, Instagram, Waze, Hulu, YouTube, all that stuff. Let's swipe to the right. Oh, wait, that away. Sorry, there you go. You have your Play Store, music, navigation, radio. You have all this stuff, and this is like gyro, correct me if I'm wrong, but if let's say you're off-roading, you're probably not going to do it in this car, but if you have a 4Runner, Tacoma, SUVs that you want to go off-roading, it tells you like your elevation, your altitude, your longitude, if you're heading north, south, east, west, all that stuff. So that's a pretty plus having this aftermarket head unit. Let's go back. I'm telling you, it's like an iPad. And it has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. This head unit supports wireless Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't support wired Apple CarPlay. I'm gonna connect this to my hotspot and I'm gonna show you guys something that completely blew my mind. All right, let's connect to Wi-Fi. Let's turn it on. Play one of my videos just so we don't get copyrighted. Yep, that volume works. Background before I got this car, I used to have a 2020, but as soon as I put the car on reverse, the music kind of dials down to kind of let you focus on your rear view camera. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna raise the volume. Look at this. That's crazy. Like, even though when I'm playing music, dude, I freaking love how I make that video. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But even though I'm playing music from the radio or any music that you play while you're driving, as soon as you back up, the music kind of dials down so that you focus on your camera when you're backing up. That's like a kind of normal features for other car, but if you have the car that I have, which is a 2023 Toyota Camry TRD, that's actually one of the features that doesn't come with straight from the factory. So having that is a completely plus. AC works. It tells you the level. I'm amazed how this head unit completely transformed the whole car from having 7-inch to a 11.6 inches. So almost about 5 inches of a difference. It's outstanding for the price that this head unit comes in. But if you do want to have a SIM card that you can add to a little slot that I showed you guys, you don't have to use your hotspot. You can buy a reloadable SIM card that has data and you can plug that in there. You can use your Instagram, YouTube, Hulu, you can play movies. So this is completely perfect when you're traveling, and it's completely hands-free. If you want to explore more of the features and if you want to see more in depth of what this head unit offers, I would highly recommend just looking through the user manual that will tell you how to edit the wallpapers, how to arrange your app, that features that comes with this head unit. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they do have two options from a European version. For some reason that you're watching this video and you're from Europe and you have a Camry, you want to upgrade your head unit, they have the American version and the European version. Now, this specific head unit fits the 2021 to a 2023 Toyota Camry. Doesn't matter what trim, LE, SE, XSE, LLE, XLE, or a TRD. Now, the 2024 model, I don't really know if it's gonna fit. They told me it's not, but if you have a picture of your head unit for your 2024 Camry, go ahead and send me a picture so I can verify if it's compatible. Now, 2018 to 2020, I don't have a unit available for that year. I don't know why, but my theory Since the head unit only sits right here in the middle, there's really not enough room for you to expand it. Compared to this one, it's kind of popped up, so you can expand as high as you can or a little as wide as you can. And fitment on this thing is perfect. I have no gaps in this side, really no gaps in this side as well. It fits like OEM, but they do have a different year from, I think, the 6th generation or the 7th generation Camry. I think that's 2000s. I keep saying I think because I'm not sure the year. 2011 or 2014 to 2015. I will link all of those down in the description, just in case you have that specific year. And I will also have the link through their website and through the Amazon. Yes, they sell this on Amazon, so if you have Prime, you can get this within 2 to 3 days. And I also have a discount code for you guys to use, so you can save 8% off your entire purchase. Go ahead and use code KEVSTRD8. Now I will have everything linked on the description of this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you guys like today's video, don't forget to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next